Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. This is Marco Bersani Giorgis from the Bersani Law Firm&Partners from Italy, an Italian immigration law firm with expertise in Italian Dual Citizenship application. Today we want to reply to one important question because it's not, we noticed that from all the hundreds of emails that we receive every month, we see that there is one of the common questions we receive. So what I can do when I apply, so during my pending application, if I apply for citizenship by descent, for Italian citizenship, you assign this. Can I stay in Italy? Meanwhile, I'm waiting for my decision. If I have a pending application, can I stay in Italy? Well, this is a really interesting question and the answer is also very interesting. So, do not lose any more time and let's start. So today we want to focus about this important, really relevant question. Can I stay in Italy during my pending application? So you filed an application for Italian citizenship by descent, for example, or by marriage, for example. So what happened? I filed my application, I have my receipt that I filed my application. So what can I do? Can I stay in Italy? Can the Italian authorities allow me to stay in Italy during I wait for the approval? Technically, I'm not an Italian citizen, but at the same time, I'm about to be an Italian citizen. What can I do? Well, there is no single answer to this question. We have to distinguish between the application. For example, first of all, the application for Italian citizenship by marriage. When you file the application for Italian citizenship by marriage, you file your application, everything can be filed online, so as long as you file your application, you will receive the protocol number and the receipt that you filed your application. From that moment, with the actual legislation, so from July 2023, the actual legislation says that your case can be processed in maximum 2 years, so the authorities has 2 years to process your case. Can you stay then in Italy as long as you have the receipt? The short answer is no. For the application for Italian citizenship by marriage, if you are not already living in Italy, if you're living abroad, you can stay in Italy. So you can come here, you can stay here, but you have the 90 days limitation as a normal tourist. Differently, the case for Italian citizenship by descent, so the Italian citizenship you resign. Here it depends, so the answer is different, if you file your application here in Italy or from abroad. If you file from abroad, through an Italian consulate, for example, you can stay in Italy. So you file your application to the consulate and you need to wait for the consulate to decide your case. Differently, if you come here in Italy, so you can come here and you file your application through the local comune, the town hall, local municipality. Here, then, in that scenario, in that situation, you can apply for a resident permit, for a so-called permesso di soggiorno in Italian language. So you can stay in Italy during the pending application, only in this case. And here the common question, because it's pretty trending right now. Given the lack of appointment through the Italian consulate abroad, so the fact that we can file to the court, the question is, can I have a resident permit because I technically am filing in Italy through a court? A power of attorney, but I'm filing in Italy. Can I have my resident permit? For the moment, the answer is no, you cannot. Because why? You can say why, I'm applying in Italy, so what is the difference? Well, the difference is that the process through the town hall is set by the law. So if you want to apply through the town hall, you can do that, and by the law, there is a specific procedure regulated by the law. So you can have a resident permit. But if you file to the court, technically, it's a lawsuit that you are making against the ministry because of many reasons, like the lack of appointment to the consulate. And so, in this case, it's not a process regulated by the law. It's just a lawsuit you are making for claiming your rights of citizenship by descent. So, in this scenario, no, you cannot. The only way is to come here, applying in Italy, and so that you can hopefully stay also here if the resident permit will be approved. Of course, as always, for any other questions or doubts, something you want to ask, you can contact us. The team is always happy to reply to your question, to also make a free eligibility check on your case if you have a case for Italian citizenship by descent. You can contact us through the contact form on the website. You can just connect. The contact form is free of charge. Don't worry, or you can also book a consultation call, which is 99% of cases recommended, because we have to deeply analyze your case. Not all cases are the same, and also you think that your case is straightforward. Believe me that in 80% of cases it is not. So we need to analyze your case, talking with you, analyzing, and then set the best strategy for your case. As I said, each case is different, so each case requires a different strategy. Thank you so much as always for your time, and see you on next videos.